My name is Molly. My husband Ben passed away 4 years ago. It was a friend sent it to me, a work colleague, and said, I have this friend. She's part of this First Light organisation. I think it would really help you. Here are the details. You should do it. It's excellent. She's wonderful. And then I thought, oh my God, this sounds like a cult. And then as my journey went along, first year, and I just wasn't getting anywhere. I was drowning. And my family started talking to me about, well, what else is there? And I was doing therapy, and I was going to the counselling sessions every single second week, and my kids were doing that, and it wasn't helping. It wasn't helping at all. And someone said, well, what else? What are there other organisations? Are there any other widows? Do you know? And I'm like, I don't know anyone. I'm 33. I don't know anyone. So the ones I have met, they're in their 70s. So I felt completely alone. And someone said to me, is there anything? I said, well, there's this one thing that I have heard about. And then I went on the website and looked into it more, and it was the camp. The camp was coming up, and I hovered on the button forever. I kept going away, and it took weeks and weeks and weeks. And eventually I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. That's what he would do, because he was an extrovert and I'm an introvert. So I'm like, I'm just going to press the button. And looking through the information that was on the website, I'm like, oh, actually, this might be really helpful. And they had the little workshops, and there was the sparkle lady, and there was the one where we made the plants. So there were lots of things like, okay, the people thing, I'm just gonna stand in the corner. It'd be so scary, but at least I can go, I've got my little checklist of things I'm going to achieve, and I'm gonna get some information to fix me. And the first one we had, I was late because I was hyping myself up, and I'm shaking as I'm going, and I was like the last one through the door, and the auditorium was full. Michelle's up the front, and she's like really charismatic, and she's like just drawing me in, but there was only one seat available up the front. And so I went in there, and I'm shaking and I'm crying, because it's me. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing how I'm feeling. And I didn't realise that I'd been holding it in for so long. Just doing my checklist, doing my list, helping my kids, doing my job, just going. And it all came out of me, and I felt crazy. And I walked out, and Jodie, who was only 6 months along at that point, came up, gave me a big hug, and was like, are you okay? And a big smile, and I sort of was able to get myself together. And it was amazing. It started me on my healing journey that paid professionals just weren't cutting through. They were saying all the right things. I was reading all the books. I was on all the forums, but I just felt alone, and I didn't feel alone after that one. And we started the leftovers, and we made little friendship groups on top of that. It's been amazing. In every single one, I got something different. Julie was a headline, and I'd seen her the first year. But to see her again, I heard different things, because I was further along in my journey. And the sparkle thing in the first time didn't resonate with me. I was not ready to sparkle, and I'm like, I'm never gonna sparkle again. By the time it was the second, I'm like, yeah, I need something else, because I'm feeling pretty dark, and I've got to find something. But the first one, her journey with her children really resonated with me, because my children were in so much trauma. So this has helped me also be a better parent to children who are grieving. And they're all doing the appointments and seeing the health professionals. We've got the doctors, and it just wasn't, because at the end of the day, it has to be me that helps them through this journey. And meeting other parents who've been on this journey helped me help them. It is the only time, really, realistically, that I do get to be me and be a widow, because every other time people are like, how are the kids? There's a little bit of a how you're going, but coming to Camp Widow and being a part of First Light and using all the source materials, it was really the first time I had to really look at my own grief. Yeah, it was the only place that I felt safe to do so. Because out there, you're a mum, and you're a wife, and you're a sister, and you're an employee, but here you really get the understanding that you're a widow and what all of that entails. I was scared. I was scared to go. but coming to the big events, and also the relationships we formed in online, being able to message someone and say like, hey, being a part of everyone else's journey,